Welcome to episode number 11 of Phenomenal Top 5. Agricultural production tends to be concentrated in the largest countries as well as those with the most accommodative climate in their growing areas. Population size is also crucial because the bulk of agricultural production is still consumed locally or domestically. Despite the rapid growth of international trade in farm products, the world's top food-producing countries share the advantages of large populations, ample land area, and climate zones suitable for growing a variety of crops. Though there are also major differences in the role that food production plays in their economies. Top 5 biggest agricultural exports in the world 2023. Number 5, Cotton. Cotton global trade recorded 43.3 million bales. It shows a considerable increase, 17%, from 2022 to 2023, as higher cotton imports support stock replenishment and the anticipated recovery in global cotton mill use in 2023 to 2024. With global mill use projected above production this season, the ending stocks are forecasted to decrease 3.2 million bales, 3.5%, to 90.0 million bales. Despite lower stocks, prices are expected to remain near the year-ago level. This 43.3 million bales record is the second highest since 2012 to 2013 record cotton trade of 48.9 million bales occurred in 2020 to 2021. The leading cotton exporters are the United States and Brazil, where projected exports account for 32% and 21% respectively, of the 2023 to 2024 world total. India's exports are also expected to rebound. The leading global cotton importers include China, Bangladesh, and Vietnam. The plant is a shrub native to tropical and subtropical regions around the world, including the Americas, Africa, and important cotton producers like Egypt and India. The greatest diversity of wild cotton species is found in Mexico, followed by Australia and Africa. Current estimates for world production are about 110 million bales annually, accounting for 2.5% of the world's arable land. India is the world's largest producer of cotton. The United States has been the largest exporter for many years. Number 4, Rice. The 2024 global export forecast is lowered 3.4 million tons to 52.9 million, with exports from India lowered 4.0 million tons to 19.0 million. The 2024 export reduction for India was partially offset by increased export forecasts for Brazil, Pakistan, Russia, and Vietnam. For 2023, global exports are reduced 1.9 million tons to 53.8 million. Import forecasts are lowered for several major importers in Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa for both 2023 and 2024. As a cereal grain, domesticated rice is the most widely consumed staple food for over half of the world's human population, particularly in Asia and Africa. It is the agricultural commodity with the third highest worldwide production. Rice is the most important food crop with regard to human nutrition and caloric intake, providing more than 1/5 of the calories consumed worldwide by humans. There are many varieties of rice, and culinary preferences tend to vary regionally. Global rice production in 2023 to 2024 is projected at a record 520.9 million tons, up 173,000 tons from last month's forecast. This month, upward crop revisions for Russia, Uganda, and the United States offset decreases for Bolivia, the European Union, Suriname, and Turkey. Top rice exporting countries are India, Thailand, and Vietnam in 2023, India with 21.5 million tons, Thailand with 8.2 million tons and Vietnam with 6.8 million tons. Number 3, Soybean. Soybean exports are estimated to 172.4 million tons in season 2023 to 2024, and with an increased competition from Brazil, an increase of 4.5 million tons from season 2022 to 2023, which recorded 167.9 million tons. Export activity would be led by Brazil with 96.5 million tons, growing 3.8% compared to the previous season, 93.0 million tons, while the United States would reach an export volume of 53.8 million tons, down 1.2% compared to last year's crop, 54.4 million tons. Argentina is projected to export 4.6 million tons, which would mean an increase of 21.1% with respect to the 2022 to 2023 season, 3.8 million tons. China is expected to import 100 million tons, up 2% compared to the 2022 to 2023 season, 98.0 million tons. World soybean production for the 2023 to 2024 season is expected to increase 11.1% over the previous season, from 369.6 million tons to 410.7 million tons. During World War II, soybeans became important in both North America and Europe, chiefly as substitutes for other protein foods and as a source of edible oil. During the war, the soybean was discovered as fertilizer due to nitrogen fixation by the United States Department of Agriculture. Number 2, maize. The global maize export is estimated as 176.6 million tons in 2022 to 2023 and is forecasted to increase by 12.3% to 198.3 million tons in this new season, with the United States being the second largest exporter of the grain, reaching 53.3 million tons. An increase of 27.3% over the previous season. World corn production for the new 2023 to 2024 season is expected to reach 1,224.5 million tons, an increase of 6.4% compared to the 2022 to 2023 season, 1,150.7 million tons. United States production is expected to reach 389.1 million tons, up 11.6% compared to the previous season, 348.8 million tons, while China will increase its harvest by 1% to 280.0 million tons. The European Union is forecast to grow by 19.7% with 63.4 million tons, while Ukraine, with 25 million tons. Brazil's production is estimated at 129 million tons, representing a decrease of 3% compared to the previous season, while Argentina's crop is expected to reach 54 million tons, an increase of 58.8% compared to the previous season. Maize has become a staple food in many parts of the world, with the total production of maize surpassing that of wheat or rice. In addition to being consumed directly by humans. Number 1, wheat. The global wheat trade in trade year 2023 to 2024 is forecasted lower at 211.8 million tons. Expectations for smaller crops and fewer exportable supplies in Canada and the United States are only partially offset by projections for higher exports from Russia. World's largest wheat exporters are Russia, Canada, and the United States. Russia with a record of 45 million tons, Canada with 21 million tons, and the United States with 20 million tons. The 2023 to 2024 global wheat production is forecasted down 3.3 million tons to 793.4 million tons, with smaller crops forecast for China, the European Union and Canada, partially offset with upward revisions for Ukraine and Kazakhstan. Trade year imports are lowered 0.6 million tons to 207.4 million tons, with lower imports for Indonesia and Turkey, only partially offset with an increase for Uzbekistan. Wheat is one of the most important grains in the world and a major ingredient in such foods as bread, porridge, crackers, biscuits, pancakes, pasta, pies, pastries, pizza, cakes, cookies, muffins, rolls, donuts, gravy, beer, vodka, and breakfast cereals. That was the review of the top 5 biggest agricultural exports in the world 2023. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment with your thoughts and ideas for the future videos.